everybody, it's Miss Jalen
and Miss Kaylee,
and welcome to another week of Sunday School for the children of State Street Baptist Church. I hope you're having a great week. This week we're learning that Jesus walked on water. This is a really cool story that you're going to hear today. So the big picture question that we're answering this unit is, why did Jesus perform miracles? Jesus performed miracles to glorify God, to show he is the Son of God, and to take care of his people. And our Bible verse comes from Psalms 40, verse 5, and it says, Lord my God, you have done many things, your wondrous works and your plans for us. None can compare with you. If I were to report and speak of them, they are more than can be told. Psalms 45.
All right, so today's lesson is about Jesus walking on water. So Jesus had been teaching crowds of people by the Sea of Galilee. It was getting late, so he told his disciples to get into the boat and go to the other side of the sea. Jesus went up on the mountain to pray by himself. That evening, the boat was far from the shore. The wind blew and the waves tossed the boat around. Around 3 a.m, Jesus came toward his disciples, walking on the sea. The disciples were terrified. "It's a ghost," they cried. Right away, Jesus spoke to them. "Have courage. It's me. Do not be afraid." Peter answered, "Lord, if it really is you, tell me to come to you on the water." So Jesus said, "Come." Peter got out of the boat and started walking on water towards Jesus. But when Peter saw how strongly the wind was blowing, he was afraid. Peter began to sink. "Lord, save me," he cried. Jesus reached out his hand and grabbed Peter. Jesus said, "Why did you doubt me?" They got into the boat and the wind stopped. Then everyone in the boat worshiped Jesus and said, "Truly, you are the Son of God." Jesus proved that he can be trusted. His miracles, teaching, death, and resurrection showed that he is who he says he is. Only Jesus can save us when we look to him in faith. All right, Miss Shelley, you ready to answer some questions?
I'm ready.
All right, so what did Jesus tell his disciples to do when he went to pray?
Well, he got into the boat and went to the other side of the sea.
Good. In the middle of the night, who did the disciples see?
Jesus.
Good. What was Jesus doing?
He was walking on water.
Who also wanted to walk on water with Jesus?
Peter.
Good. Who saved Peter when he sank?
Jesus did. So an activity for this lesson is an experiment to see if objects sink or float. All right, so if something sinks, that means that when you put it in the water, it goes straight down. It doesn't sit on top of the water, it goes straight to the bottom. And if something floats, that means that when you put it on the water, it stays on top of the water. So we've got some items here, and you at home are gonna get to guess to see if these items sink or float. Are you ready? Here we go. Our first item is a spoon. What do you think? Do you think it will sink or float? Let's see what happens. Here I go. What happened? Did it sink or float? Good, it did sink. Awesome. All right, so our spoon. And next, we are going to use, what should we use, Miss Kelly?
I think we should use the tinfoil.
The tinfoil. Okay, so we just got some tinfoil and we rolled it up into a ball. What do you think it will do? It's kind of heavy. I don't know. Let's see. Oh my goodness, if you see it sitting right on top of the water, that means float. Good. All right. Next thing, let's do the crayon. Will the crayon sink or float? What do you think? Let's test it out. Oh, it went right to the bottom. You see it way down there? So that means that it sank. All right, there's the crayon. Let's see. Next, we'll do the bottle cap. All right, so it's just the top that you put on top of a bottle. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, you can barely see it, but it's floating on top of the water. It's almost like a boat. Pretty cool. All right, we've got 2 more items left. The next one, it's very small. Let me bring it closer to the camera. It is a paper clip. paperclip's pretty light. What do you think? Sink or float? Let's test it out. Oh my goodness, it sank right to the bottom. It's way down here. You can't even see it. Awesome job. All right, here's our last one. Our last one is an apple. Now, this one may surprise you. Do you think it will sink or float? Apples?
I think it will sink.
You think it'll sink?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Let's try it out. It's pretty heavy, so I'm going to go with Miss Kaylee. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. It is floating. If you see, there's water below it. I know it's pretty big, but there's water below it. It is floating on top of the water. How cool is that? So at home, you can get some items around your house. You got to ask your parents first. And then you can see if they sink or float.
So some of the items we put in the water floated and some sank. We know that it is impossible for a person to walk on water, but Jesus walked on water. He also allowed Peter to walk on water. Walking on water was a miracle, something only God could make happen. Jesus performed miracles to show he is the Son of God. All right, let's close in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for everybody that is watching us. Lord, I pray that they have a great week this week. I pray that we put our faith in Jesus in everything that we do. In your name, amen.
Amen. Have a good week.
Bye.